Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.
Welcome back to the dojo. We got another one for you. Got another reaction. USPS workers are mass quitting. United States Postal Service workers are falling apart. The Postal Service falling apart. This is on I Need Some Understanding, his YouTube channel. I watched his channel here and there. I don't really watch it too much because he don't bring a lot of energy. He's really like extremely laid back, really monotone, but that's not to take away from him trying to gain understanding and understand what's going on out here. So we got this video by him. I guess he got a nice compilation for us to react to. So we're going thundering outside. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. I saw a video this guy made not too long ago, and he was talking about he's 30 years old, making a little over $20, and he's basically tired of working at this job. He want to get on his own, boost his YouTube up so he don't have to work no more. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, I promise y'all, bro, I would not recommend this job to anybody, bro. I don't give.
Always happens with my computer when I start a video.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I would not ever recommend this job to anybody, bro. Like, this gotta be one of the wackest jobs on the face of the earth. They really try to control your hours. They try to play with your money. They start giving you all these restrictions. You gotta be back by certain.
All I'm gonna say is I hope that the Postal Service or whoever hired you don't get wind of this video, because they may be using that against you. You gotta be careful what you post on social media, my guy. I wouldn't do nothing in their equipment. I wouldn't post any videos wearing their uniform or nowhere near their trucks or equipment, bro. I wouldn't do it. But hey, it looked like he's in the mail truck right now. I've never been inside of one, but if anybody's ever been inside of one, they could tell what it looked like in there. But yeah, let's go.
Time, they want to rush you. Everything is time-based. Like, bro, I would not recommend, bro. Like, if you're a person and you're thinking about working here, you better second guess it. All jokes aside, bro, because once they start messing with your hours and they start messing with your money, bro, that's really gonna start to affect you. I don't care who you are. Real talk, bro. And I'm about tired of this shit, bro. I'm about to go back to Uber Eats. I don't care, bro.
I don't know if going back to Uber Eats is a smart decision, because you're gonna be putting wear and tear on your car. Yeah, you'll be able to make your own hours, but you'll be depreciating the value of your car. And the more you're on the road, the more likely you are to get into an accident or run into maintenance issues. So the longer you use your car, the more likely is something could go wrong. I don't recommend that.
This is trash, bro. I don't care. This is super trash, bro.
There used to be a time when working at the post office was a dream job. You made it in life. Now it seems like a lot of USPS postal workers are fed up with the working conditions, being overworked, and being underpaid.
That's going on everywhere. It's not just the U.S. postal workers. It's going on everyone's underpaid, because everybody's trying to boost that bottom line. And if you're boosting the bottom line, sorry, but if you're the lowest guy on the totem pole, you might take a pay cut or you might lose your job. That's how it works in big business. It's all about the bottom line, baby. And if you getting in the way of that bottom line, you're going to be out the way before you even know it.
What's going, cousin? Y'all know what? I'm ready to quit this motherfucker job.
And she's doing it. She's doing it in uniform, in the truck. And if the video is making it across my desk, that means it probably went somewhat viral. So, ooh, buddy, she might be on the way out the door. She talking about she ready to quit. That's all they need to see to be ready to release you. They already looking for your replacement, man. That's crazy. Do not do no videos in your uniform. Don't do no social media videos in your uniform. It's a bad idea. Even if you tired of the job, don't put yourself in a situation to lose your job because of social media.
I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking high. I need a fucking raise. I don't even know how I'm gonna pay my bills. Bitch, I'm ready to be a pimp or something. This shit right here, this motherfucking job make you fucking depressed. I don't know if it's cause it's the heat, the way they treat you, or what. I'm so sick of this shit. I need, if I quit this job, I'm gonna need a job that at least starts out at $70,000 a year.
Dang, that's gonna be hard to find, my love. That's gonna be incredibly hard to 70,000 a year starting out. Shoot, 70,000. You talking about after taxes or before taxes? Let me see. Let me do some math real quick. 70,000 divided by 12, and that's the monthly pay. Let me see. Calculator. Where's my calculator at? Okay. 70,000 divided by 12. So she talking about she need to be making like 6,000 a month. 6,000 a month. So what's that? Half of 6 is 3. Half of 6 is 3. And half of 3 is 1.5. So 1,500 a week. Dang, that is some good money. That's some real. I wish. What? 1,500 a week. That's more than. Wait. Yeah, 1,500 a week. That's twice. That's twice the money. That's twice of the best pay I've ever received. I received like $750 a week at one point in time, and that's twice that. What type of job you gonna be doing making making 1,500 a week? There's probably somebody who's watching this YouTube video came across this video that's making that money or better. I want to know, what is you doing, and is your company hiring? I would love to work for y'all. Give me a chance. I am ready. Yeah, so that's like 1,500 a week, man.
I'm about to quit this motherfucker. I am so sick of this fucking job. Oh, y'all, so sick of it. I'm serious. I'm ready to sell some dope or something.
Nah, baby, don't do that. Don't put no, not that. Don't do that, baby. That ain't it, mama. Selling dope? You gotta be kidding me. She just being funny. She not really about to. She ain't gonna do that, man. Come on, girl. You making good money, got a decent job, a respectable job, and you gonna joke about selling dope. Look, if the United States Postal Service needs somebody to work, I'm ready to work. Give me her job. If she don't want it, I'll take it.
Shit right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Something, some ass, something. I don't know, maybe a pimp.
See, the issues with jobs like the Postal Service and similar jobs like that is a lot of individuals are stuck because they don't really have a specific skill or trade, but the post office allows you, to make $20, $25, $30 an hour. You can build your way up, and there's a lot of overtime opportunities. So you can wind up making, if you're willing to work the hours, probably 70, 80, maybe even $90,000 a year. But a lot of people hate the job because of the management and, some of the other things that go along with it. Like, they don't even have air conditioning in most of these postal workers' vehicles. And when you're in a blazing heat, that could be an issue. So you're basically stuck because you're not going to be able to find a job with the current skill set that you have or level of education that you have. So now you're stuck is either, make this 70, 80, 90, working OT and putting up with this bullshit, or as you heard in the other clip, go back to working Uber Eats, which in my opinion wouldn't be a smart move.
Exactly. I knew I wasn't stupid for saying that, because going back, bro, you really gonna take a serious pay cut and you gonna have to really grind, man. People just be saying whatever, bro. People really just be saying whatever. I know I'm not stupid. I know that brother is not stupid for saying that, but he just probably trying to make a point. Like he'd rather do that than what he's doing right now. I guess because the job is stressing him out, wearing him down. He gotta report in when he don't want to. When he thought his shift was over, and they probably call and say we need a couple guys doing some routes. You know what I mean? That might be what it is, but I don't know, man. Going back to Uber Eats from a 60, 70, 80K job, man, you tripping, you wildin'.
So I was working for the post office, and it isn't an easy job, especially like starting off, because like you're starting off at the bottom, and like you could get sent away. You're gonna work a lot of days in the thing, but like I was dealing with that. And I didn't care about the work. Like the money was nice, which it wasn't all that, but like my supervisor, like if I had appointments in the beginning, she was like, you need to cancel or reschedule. So me, like just starting off, I would like cancel a doctor's appointments, reschedule, or scared to book anything because she would call me in on my day off. And then after I reached probation, like I had some health stuff going on, and I'm like, I'm gonna need like days off. And so I told and she was like, that's no problem. You never miss work. Like you're a hard worker. Like I'll work with your doctor's appointment. So I was like, perfect, cool, because there were gonna be a lot. And in the beginning, like she was okay, and then like when they weren't falling on the days that she wanted, she was like, you need to cancel or reschedule those, and I'm not gonna approve it. And I was like, well, it's not like I'm seeing a specialist. It's not like I could be like, oh no, I'm gonna go this day instead of that way. Like they tell me when to go.
Damn, so they really control your life when you work at the post office. I can see why a lot of people are upset. I could definitely see that. You got kids, responsibilities, you got health issues, you got other things going on in your life, and they don't care. But that's how every job is going to be. Ain't no job going to care about what you got going on in your personal life. They do not care. You need to report, you need to work, or somebody else is going to work your job for you, and you're going to be out the door. That's how that goes. So I understand what she's saying, but you gotta get real, love. It ain't that many excuses in the world why you can't show up to work.
And so she was like getting mad about that, and then I got put on restrictions. Like I couldn't lift a lot, or like to take it very easy because medication I was on. And she was just like, I feel like retaliating against me for going to the appointments when she didn't want me to go to them. And she would change the schedule around and like put me on the fucking shittiest routes, and even like it was just, I don't know, it was just kind of like too much, and kind of what I'm trying to do right now on my health, and I needed to worry about that and put myself first. So I did quit and not give a 2 weeks notice, which I never liked that or did do that. But
I can respect that, because if they gonna fire you, they don't give you a 2-week notice. Hell no. You give them a 2-week notice so they can take time to find a replacement or somebody who can handle the workload that you're going to be leaving behind. That's what that's for. They need 2 weeks to get all that right, but they don't never give you a 2-week notice if they going to fire you. They be like, well, we're letting you guys know that we're going to be letting you go in 2 weeks, so I hope the best for you. I wish you the. They don't do that. They just walk up to you or call you into the office and say you terminated. That's what that's about. Like, so if you want to just skate from that job, go right ahead. But don't get mad if it don't look good on your work employment history when you try to go get another job, because they might try to screw you. You're like, oh yeah, he didn't even give us a 2-week notice. He just left. If they try to call your prior employer. So that's a risk you're taking.
it was going to be 2 weeks of hell, and my health, and I still needed to take it easy, and I actually still do need to take it easy. But don't let a job, don't let a boss or anyone ever, make you feel that way or control your life. I'm not saying go and quit your job, especially if you're not going to have money next week. Like, luckily I have some saved up, and I have, me and my wife talked about it. But yeah, don't ever let a boss or anyone treat you like that. Don't ever know your worth, and know that a job isn't supposed to treat you like that. And also, it's very illegal.
She's spot on, especially when it comes to your health. You need to make sure you take care of your health concerns first. Because at the end of the day, if something happens to you and you're unable to perform that job, best to believe they'll find a replacement overnight. So you always want to prioritize your health in anything you do in life. And the fact that this supervisor was acting retaliatory because she had some medical conditions and needed to see some specialists. And as you know, it's very hard to see these specialists. So I understand where she's coming from, where she could not, choose the date. I mean, whatever date she was given, she had to take. So the fact that she was a good worker, her boss, her manager definitely should have worked with her.
Personally, I don't think it's a bad job. I don't think it's something I'm going to stay in for a long time as well. I'm trying to get my time in, but people have been working here 20 plus years, and they have said the same thing, that it's been like this for years now. Like, the post office needs to change.
You got to understand, the post office is not going to change. It is what it is. Either you try to find a way to survive and make it to retirement, or you get in there, especially, if you don't have any other options, try to run the overtime up, stack some money, and use that money either to further your education or get another skill or trade, or, you have to try to pivot out, essentially. I mean, the conditions are only going to get worse. The workload is only going to get only going to get more. And honestly, the whole longevity of the post office is not what it used to be. It's a lot of uncertainty around the job, whether they're going to, try to privatize it. So it's not even one main thing about the post office, used to be the security aspect, knowing that you're always going to have a job. But you can't even say that in 2025 because it's looking a little shaky.
I just quit my job. I just quit my job. Like,
She just quit her job and she still got the jacket on. She still got the United States Postal jacket on. I guess she gonna keep that as a keepsake or a souvenir. But yeah, bro. I don't ever shoot videos in your work uniform or your work attire or anything that's related to work. Don't do it. Because they gonna find it and they gonna get you up out of there. But she already quit, so I guess that really doesn't matter. I wouldn't recommend it. She got them nose piercings though. I'm not a fan of nose piercings.
I feel free. I feel free from so much right now. Like, I literally just quit my job. And I left them a nice note why I did. I am so... It's crazy.
Well, it looks like the post office gonna have some openings, y'all. If you looking for a job, post office might be it. They saying that they can't hack it, they can't take it. I guess the post office is only for them with thick skin. I got it. I don't think they'd give me a chance because of my record, but still, if they want to give me a chance, I will most certainly take it. Yes, Lord.
It's crazy. So I'm just gonna do a quick read on why this is not even the tip of the iceberg, but if I could try to sum it up, this is the reality of why I'm done.
It looked like she's on the verge of breaking down. Looked like she's on the verge of tears. I'm just getting a feel for the energy that's coming off of this screen, and it feels like she about to break down. She breathing heavy. You know what I mean? Like, she's trying to keep her emotions in check, but you can tell she's very emotional right now. Even though she's saying she's free, it's gonna hit her. It's gonna hit her when she go look for another job, and what they offering is nowhere near what she was making, effortlessly.
It says, coming back to the post office was the most exciting thing I've done. I started off as a CCA in Chicago and was faced with managers telling me that this job was not for me and that they're going to fire your ass. Managers like LaWanda Baylock telling me that I didn't have time for emotional breakdowns, only time to move the mail. Watching Supervisor Sean from Ashburn Station say, I'm going to get that fat bitch fired. Speaking on a heavy-set carrier saying things like, that fat bitch can't carry mail. Coming to Minnesota was a great move for myself and my children. However, being hassled by managers like Ali from St. Louis Park Station took a toll on me. Being told I'm in for a rude awakening by Anthony at Richfield put a weight on me. Being antagonized by Leanne Lashelle at WECA and pushed me to my breaking point almost broke me. Your carriers should be respected.
Your carrier should be heard. I have not forgotten about the many scars bestowed onto me by workers of the United States Postal Service. I wish things could be better and different. I am overwhelmed with working 13-hour days.
Woo! 13-hour days. Yeah. 13 hours. So that's from 7 in the morning to 8 at night. Yeah. You don't get a life. And then they want to call you on your day off. Yeah. See, now that she's bringing it out, saying it, but was it 13? It don't matter. 13 hours is a lot. That's like nursing hours. Like, my sister, she's in nursing and she works like 16 hours sometimes. You know what I mean? Works 16-hour shift or a double or whatever it is. Bro, that's a lot of time to be dedicating to a job. That's a lot of time to be dedicating to a job. So, I guess, and you got kids too. So, you leave out for work around 6 o'clock in the morning. Kids get up. They know how they probably at an age where they can get ready on their own after you wake them up. But 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. You're not getting home till 9 p.m. and you gotta get back up in the morning and do it all over again. Yeah, you're not gonna really have no type of life. When you look at it, you're not gonna have no type of life. You gotta dedicate your life to the post office, and people is not willing or able to do that right now.
And not hearing good job. I am tired of feeling like I am not enough. I am tired of being treated in the way I have been treated these last 3 years. And I am throwing in the towel. You work at the post office. You can't have dreams unless it's about doing something within the post office. There's no time for school. There's no time for your kids. You're going to neglect your children. And you're going to neglect your family. All for some money. These people will not care about you. And they show it with their actions. And I've reached a breaking point. And I'm ready to just move on. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what God has planned for me.
Well, yeah, I kind of peeped it. I could see that she was on the verge of tears. She was getting real emotional. I could tell by her labor breathing and just the amount of emotion coming off the screen from somebody who's fed up. So I kind of could feel the energy when she started. But let's let her finish.
But I know I was not meant to sit here and suffer for $1. That's not for me. And I'm ready to move on with my life.
Well, hopefully she just didn't up and quit this job without something lined up, or at least having some type of saving.
Well, if you paid attention, my brother, she said she don't know what she gonna do. She don't got nothing lined up. She just quit on a whim because she had enough. She reached her breaking point, and that was that. I mean, I gathered that from the video. I'm sure you peeped it too, but maybe that's just a talking point you wanted to talk on.
It sounded like she's been dealing with a lot of emotional abuse at the job, and she just reached her breaking point. And see, this is the downside of working these types of jobs, where they know they got you because they know it's pretty much nowhere else you can go to make that type of money. So they really don't care. So you have to develop an extra strategy when you're working these types of jobs. If you know that you're not going to be built to make it to retirement, which most probably won't, you have to, and this is something that I always preach on my channel, you have to try to get a skill set. Again, you have to get some type of trade, because this tips the scales towards your side. So you don't have to take this type of emotional abuse at the job, people talking to you crazy, and having a skill set allows you to go into the marketplace and maneuver around. So maybe you could get some more flexibility. Maybe you could try to work remote, so you can have a better work-life balance. But let me know how you feel in the comments below. I want to hear from my United States postal workers. How do you feel about the job and the working conditions?
I'm going to go ahead and see if there's any comments. I want to see. All right, so we got Regina Jones, 2402, one day ago added, you start off at 19. I believe it went up to 20 now, and that's only in Jersey. I saw in North Carolina and South Carolina they get paid 15. Over the years, it's supposed to rise. I know one person getting 34 an hour. I mean, don't speak salary, but he told me. But he was also in the post office for 20 years. What's crazy is, I ended up quitting 2 months ago. Some of these routes are ridiculous, and even just driving, you're checking to see where the mailbox is. It's by the front door. Most of these houses have long driveways or distance from the next house. Shake my head. It's just a lot of work. It's possible and you will feel proud of yourself at the end of the day, but consistently doing it for 6 days out of the week. Because new people, even in a year, because new people, even if a year in, has to work Sundays while others don't. It can be exhausting and you will have very little energy to do what's best for you. It's a lot, but I will say I do miss the job. You feel important to other people because you're giving them sometimes important paperwork, but it's still a lot. And some of the managers are dicks, and that's only because their bosses are making them push us. It's crazy. Okay. This the next one. Dapper Dino 96. I've been working for USPS for 8 years. I was a carrier for 6 years. It was super hard and I hated it. I transferred into the maintenance department and now I'm a maintenance supervisor for USPS, making $43 an hour or $90K a year with no overtime at 20 years old. I'm grateful for this job. It has blessed me. And then somebody says, why does everyone take their grievances to TikTok? I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. I don't blame the people for quitting. I worked for USPS for 6 years. I was a regular carrier for 3. I quit to become an electrician and it was the best move I could have ever done. He got a trade. There are no dream jobs anymore. From Dr. 1708. Dr. K 1708. You're a damn fool to quit USPS at a time like this. They get paid well and have good benefits. The job hasn't changed. The quality of the people in the workforce is the problem. I could feel that. Aries Blue says that. Sandy Miller. I wish people would stop posting certain topics because it may bite you later in your life. Yup. Be careful about what you posting. Be careful about what you posting. If you're not trying to be a social media influencer and you not trying to make that your day-to-day way of getting paid, I do not recommend putting all your business on social media. Okay, we got XXX Blackout. I work in a post office, and just like any job, it's not for everybody. I've been here 5 years, and this is the easiest job I've ever had. See, that brother built for the work. I'm like one of them brothers. I'm like, if I know what I gotta do, I mentally prepare myself to go through with it. 13-hour day, okay, I'm gonna be making this much money. 13, I'm gonna be looking at all that overtime money. I'm just gonna be stacking that bread because guess what? I don't have no kids. I don't have no outlying responsibilities. I just gotta get the money and stack it. That's my only focus right now. I'm not worried about none of that other stuff because I don't have all that other stuff to worry about. I'm gonna look at one more comment. Always complaining. The post office is not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. Ooh. What a burn. Okay, let me go. I got one more. J Drains 2247. Back in the day, we prayed that the post office called us back for employment. These days, people don't want to work hard and would rather be unemployed if they can't work remotely. Man, that's real shit. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people that's not really built. It's not really built for them hard labor, hard, intensive work jobs. Everything I've ever worked in my life was hard labor. Even McDonald's is hard labor. If you back there, you the cook, you got to keep everything on point. You got to keep all the trays filled up, bro. I used to be a cook at McDonald's and I had to go hard back there. But I still enjoyed it. When I was doing it back in high school or whatever, you know what I mean? I made the job work for me. I work for the job, but I make the job work for me. That's what it is, man. People ain't got thick skin no more, so they crying their way out of a job. They just crying the whole. I wish I was making $20 an hour. Like, man, some people they need to be pampered. I'm not one of them. I can take the hard lessons. I can take the hard work. Give it here, yeah. But yeah, that's about it for this one. Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys. Toodaloo.